Lakers sit 11th in the West, 3 back of the San Antonio Spurs. So doing the math here, they'd have to go 15-7 to reach 44 wins, which is the pace San Antonio is on at the moment. That means they'd have to go 16-6 to get to 45 wins, or 17-5 to get to 46 wins, which is what it took to get the 8th spot in last year's playoffs. Make of that what you will. LeBron today, that was from Monday night, repeated today in some form of "I like where we are" 8 times in 7 minutes during his media availability this morning. How about you guys? Do you like where they are right now?
Not 11th. Now, if you're a Laker fan, not at all, because the reason why is this is a team, when you start to watch these games after All-Star break, this is where you want to make their push. They've lost to 2 teams you shouldn't have lost to, the Pelicans and the Memphis Grizzlies.
Pelicans without Davis.
Without Davis. Yep. And the way they lost, it comes down, this team can score. This team has talent. They have to defend an effort, and I'm not getting a chance to see this. They are having some lapses on the defensive end, and a lot of it is LeBron James. He's going to have to lead this team defensively, in my opinion, Sekou, for them to get back and to be able to have a chance. And this is right here. This is DeLon Wright coming down. You're setting up for a charge for DeLon Wright, no problem, but you got to make the next effort. That's not a dunker, Joakim Noah. Now, look at the distance he's away from his guy, and watch Lance Stevens over there. No one's on the same page. You're putting up your hands right now, and everybody's looking. When you get 3, 4, 5 guys, bench on the court, and coaches going, there are sometimes, Matt, we can do everything right. I rotate right to you, and you hit it. You go, man, I did everything right.
Right.
But when I'm this far away from you and no one knows the rotations, where you gotta know rotation, especially on a team like that with LeBron James. You can play fantastic defense,
right,
and you go, I just gotta pat Matt on the back. He's hot tonight. We were there. No, guys are getting wide open shots, and everybody's doing like this and looking at each other and pointing at each other. That's a problem right now for the Lakers.
You hear teams all the time talk about playing on a string defensively. All our guys are connected defensively. This is the most disconnected defensive outfit that I've seen all season in terms of a team that was supposed to be in the playoff mix as of Christmas in that top 4 in the West, and literally the bottom has fallen out. You can blame whatever you want, but they're watching film, Smitty, the next day, just like we are. They're watching these cuts, and they see the lack of effort. And if it starts with LeBron, if you're the leader, the ringleader of this team, you're the guy that everybody's going to in that locker room, that shoot around, first microphone, first camera's in his face every day. If you're not going to lead by example, it's going to be very tough for you to say anything after these games when you know Kyle Kuzma is watching the same film. You know Brandon Ingram, Lance Stevenson, everybody on this roster, Matt, Smitty, they're watching the exact same film. The helpless routine, it doesn't lie on film, and it permeates an entire group. And I think LeBron has to be very careful about what he says now these last 20-plus games. You have to be careful that you're not speaking into existence some of the issues that you're warning against. These guys need somebody to uplift them. They need somebody to blow confidence into them as a young group, because your young guys are the ones you're counting on for the energy. And Ingram and Kuzma, to their credit, have responded. But you need somebody to blow some positive energy into this group. And they need a 3 or 4 game stretch where they reel off some wins. The problem is the games that on paper look like they would be opportunities for that have turned out not to be.
Right.
They got lumped up by the Hawks. They've allowed some teams who weren't supposed to do what they did to them to really derail this stretch run of the season. You got to be careful now, because now you got all these other forces, outside forces, playing on a pressure-packed situation for a group of guys that LeBron keeps reminding us have never been here before. They don't understand how to fight and be in the moment.
Well, that's the preseason, Matt.
Good.
The reality show. It's a reality show, and it's still going to be a reality show, and it brings in more people now when you're losing it. Now, look at it. We talked about it. We all know Luke Walton was on the hot seat real early in the season. I don't know how much he's engaged of what's going on. All these guys been mentioned. The entire roster was mentioned in the trade. So those guys are young. Sekou said it best. You got to find a way right now is we got to get stops. Stops, energy, effort, like each other, and play hard. They're not playing extremely hard right now on the defensive end.
Well, I know they missed Lonzo Ball defensively, of course, and he's going to miss his 14th straight game with that ankle injury. But this was a basically average defensive team before LeBron came back. They were 13th in the league in defensive rating. But in the 8 games since he returned, 28th in the league in defense. All right, more.